It's good to get a room. Just not this one.
So I don't know what
Boning
I'm
bleachers,
dealing right
the
now,
hookup
but
hallways, the reach around restroom. I'm sorry, I'm not all caught up on whatever you call sex nowadays.
Sex, we call it sex.
But what I
I'm
do
very
know,
tired,
if there's a blind spot in that gym,
and
someone's gonna try and stick their
I'm
penis
just
in it.
gonna
And that's where you come in.
talk about
Yes?
Be sure to check your
any
corners,
random
behind
things
decorations, underneath band geeks. There'll be crying girls trying to get your
because
attention. Decoys, don't fall for it. Now let's check your supply. Breathalyzer,
Check.
water bottles, sandy wipes.
Check and check. To make some room on my belt.
I'm not
What's on
really
my own
sure what
supplies?
I should
Weird.
express,
But
but
if it helps make sure no student gives birth 9 months from
I
tonight,
just need to
then I'm on board.
express
Don't worry,
myself.
Coach. Think of me
and
as a human contraceptive.
I don't know how, but I'm gonna talk and talk with. So it's becoming a random talk.
Need a hand?
My brother tied ties for me.
I've been thinking of
What about your dad?
going far, far away from here, and I don't really know where, but
Hey, thank you for giving me a place to stay.
Look, you
I
are in
think-
an impossible situation that no kid should ever have to go
I
through.
was going to Bali,
And you've
but,
been a grounding presence for Jamal.
but right now,
Okay, that's
since
a
the
lie.
corona
Jamal is
stuff
still
has
very,
been
very weird.
going on, I'm not really sure if I'll
I'm gonna
ever,
make it up to you someday.
I would
with all your
ever,
help.
I would ever be able
You can't tie a tie.
to go
Look, can
there.
you tie an apron? Look, I could always use an extra hand at Dwayne's.
Really? Yeah, I'd love that.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'm just
I
a little
think
bit on a dilemma,
You're all
here,
set here.
and
We might need a YouTube.
I'm not really sure what I should do. What I should do,
Can I help?
but I just can't stand being here,
You are growing up too fast.
and
Listen, I'm sorry. I get why you want to know your mom, and you should know who she is. I'm just trying to protect you.
I can't
I know
stand
But what if there's nothing to protect me from?
being
What
alone,
if she's really changed?
It's possible.
having nothing to do.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the
nothing.
worst idea to get you out of Free Ridge for a while.
And every day just goes on like
No,
I'm stuck.
No, I don't
I'm
wanna
stuck
leave.
in this situation where
this is my home.
where
I'm not
there
going
is
anywhere.
no difference with being in a prison, and I think I would rather be in a prison because there'll be much more things to see, much more things to do, and rather than being here. Or maybe I'm just not grabbing opportunities that are present in the present time. Maybe there are abundant opportunities. I'm just not grabbing it. And
Ruben is working the inside tonight.
I'm not living in the present moment. I'm not being grateful for what I have or whatever. I'm just not sure. I'm just not sure what I should do. And it feels like the world is ignoring me. And it feels like the worst thing ever in life is being ignored. It's even worse than being in a fight, in a conflict, being heartbroken. It's just the worst because there's only silence. In silence, each and every day. And you're so afraid to just step out and change your life, especially with since this pandemic is happening, and you have more reasons to just stay right where you are, where life is nothing, where life is nothing. Just don't know what you should be doing. And I'm trying to fix myself, but I don't think I have that kind of strength in me. Without there being a support given to me, all I'm asking is for someone to keep believing in me and wanting me to give my best. And now all I'm doing is being negative, being whiny, and I think that's probably part of why people are ignoring me, because I've been so negative, pessimistic, and stuff. But if I'm being optimistic, I would just be fake, and being fake would also drive people away. So what am I left with? I could only be genuinely happy, but before that, I would have to fix my life first. And I have no idea how to do just that. It's so hard being human. At least being an animal, you know. No. At least being an animal, you don't have to know what awaits you in the future, what you're going to be facing. You don't have to think about all of that because you're just worrying about today. And being human, you gotta think about how to socialize, how to pursue things that in the end doesn't really matter. None of this matters. Like going to school, working, advancing humanity, everything is going to end one day, and what we are pursuing in this life is worthless. I think what is meaningful happens in the process. I mean, you're experiencing all of this stuff in life, so you're gonna the experience itself is the reason you're born, not the goal itself. we know we're all gonna die one day. So, what matters is life. We don't even know where we're going. But I think don't you ever just wonder and can't seem to understand how could we come to this life? Why are we here? And not just in the usual existential wondering or pondering. It's really a deep sense of how you cannot fathom how you are now here, having your consciousness. You're able to see and feel the world around you, yet you don't understand what your consciousness is. It's really strange, isn't it? You're so close with yourself, your consciousness, your mind. Yet you can never seem to understand it, what it is. Why is it here? It's just strange. I don't know if you understand this. I'm thinking, why do we care so much about trivial stuff like what's your skin color? Are you black? Are you white? Are you Chinese? Are you Indonesian? This stuff don't matter in the end. I really miss human touch. I think I've never been touched in years. Even just a little touch. This thing, I think this things drive you insane. Would there be anyone to understand it? I don't know. I'm afraid I'll just be seen as some whiny man kid, got no life and is being childish. Well, all I ever tried to do was to grow up, but I don't have the strength or support to do just that. And I feel just so stuck. I feel so stuck in here, where nothing happens and it feels like the worst. And I can't seem to express my feeling just in the right way, just how deep my sorrow is when I'm left alone. when I'm left alone, I think people think it seems to me that people can see that I'm devastated. I seem to just be going on in life with nothing happening, and it seems to other people I don't it seems that they don't see that I feel anything. It seems to them that I'm just fine. Cause when I tell them about my problems, they seem to think that I'm doing just fine. And yes, when I'm talking like this, I don't feel anything, but when I'm left alone, the desperation, the sadness, the sorrow, I just can't fathom how painful it is being alive. And I don't believe in magic anymore. And I used to promise to myself when I was a kid that I would believe in magic forever. But it's just me being a kid, you know. Can we be a kid forever? That's a scary thing to think about, because you're never growing up. But you have to grow up. You've got responsibilities to do. And I want to take that responsibilities. I think all I need is a friend to whom I could talk to, a friend that won't judge me for what I'm thinking whenever I'm thinking it, and I wouldn't judge them either. It's like, as long as we can respect each other. Does it seem like I'm okay? I think I'm on my best when I'm talking, because when I'm talking I really feel much better. When I'm silent, feels like everything just falls down. There's nothing that could ever be done about it. It feels so catastrophic. And I'm destroying myself with being that way. And sometimes, and I'm starting to think that I'm starting to really think about some really some really evil things, some really dark things, and that could never be good. That can never be good. It's just so that was devastating. It's really scary. It feels like I could really be an evil person when I'm left alone. It it cuts deep through to my soul. And I've been finding myself that I've been finding myself really accepting the darkness, really embracing it, and admitting that I'm an evil being. That's really scares me. I think I just need to talk with someone, or even just talk in general, even without anyone listening. Because right now I feel much better, and it's been a long time, and I feel like I just want to keep talking about anything about life. But is there gonna be anyone at all? I mean, will I ever be? Will I ever get out from this hole? I started to lose my faith. When I'm talking, it feels like I'm acting, and it makes me feel good. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel better, and feels like I don't have to feel all those sorrows, all the darkness. And sometimes I wonder if I'm being narcissistic. And today I searched about word salad therapy, and turns out narcissistic people tend to use word salad to manipulate their victims. So I've been wondering if I'm actually a narcissist, and that truly destroyed me. I'm one. And don't say that narcissists don't ever admit that they are narcissists. What if a narcissist admit they are being a narcissist because everyone says that narcissists won't admit that they are narcissists? You see where I'm going with that? So that is possible, and that's what they're gonna do because they just make sense. If they're smart, that is, they're gonna admit that they're narcissists just to prove that they're not narcissists. It's crazy, right? I don't know what I'm gonna talk about right now anymore, so I think I'm gonna take myself out of here and see you next time.